How you doing, guys? We're back for another review. Another of the selections from the little box of samplers that Ewart sent me of whiskeys and other assorted spirits. This time we're doing what's the name of their thing? It is Three Olives, I believe. Yeah, Three Olives. Three Olives is a vodka, so I guess they're sort of like a craft vodka company. I assume they're craft vodka company. Maybe not from the United Kingdom. This is Three Olives Cake. So it's a flavored vodka. They have a whole variety of flavors. Actually, I should just pop up their Wikipedia page here just to list them to you girls and gals and guys and other assorted whatevers. Three Olives. Three Olives vodka. They just say it's produced and distilled in the United Kingdom. They don't say from where. Where are we? Proximo Spirits from England. So they've been around since 1998. All their flavored stuff is 30 to 35%. Their unflavored is 40%. Made from quadruple distilled winter wheat, harvested in England. So this is this is classified as an infused vodka. So this was originally founded by Guillaume Colliver in London in 1998, and then acquired by Proximo Spirits, whoever the hell they are. But here's the list of flavored infused vodkas they have. They have berry, which is mixed berries; bubble, which is bubblegum; burst, fruit fusion flavor. Here's the cake, which is supposed to be birthday cake. Cherry is dark cherries. Chocolate is chocolate. Citrus is lemon and lime. Classic is their unflavored, so that's the 40% just standard vodka. Dude is lemon and lime. Okay. Their citrus is lemon and lime as well. So, okay. Whatever. Elvis Presley coconut water, which is coconut. Grape, Concord grape. Loopy, tropical fruit. Mango. Marilyn Monroe strawberry, which is strawberries and cream. Ooh la la. Orange, which is orange, pomegranate, purple, frozen crushed grapes, rang tang, oranges and tangerines, raspberry, root beer, s'mores, which is chocolate, marshmallow, and graham crackers, of course, super cola, which is just cola, tarts, which is sweet tart fruit flavors, triple shot espresso, vanilla, watermelon, and whipped cream. So they got a shitload of flavors going on here. So we got the birthday cake one. So I just wasted half the review listing that shit, so let's get into it. Not much of a vodka person myself, just flavored or otherwise, but always interested in trying something new, so see what we think. Alright. Pretty damn clear. Definitely see the alcohol legs. Very thin edges to them. Alright. So we'll go right to the aroma. Oh, wow. That does not smell artificial or anything. Dead on smells like cake. What's the name of the cakes? You can buy them here in the Sobeys. Butter cake or something like that. It's just basically a cake with white frosting on it. But I mean, that smells dead on. Not getting any alcohol at all. 35% this one is, I think. Yeah, this is the 35%, but I'm not getting no alcohol. This smells like cake with white frosting. Okay, we'll go right to the taste. A little bit of alcohol in the back, but around the edges of the tongue, but straight up, birthday cake. It tastes like cake. It really does. Liquid cake. I wonder if my friend the Urban Viking ever partakes in this stuff, because I know he likes cake and he likes vodka, so this would be a perfect marriage for him. Wow. So yeah, you get that really nice cake flavor. You do get a little bit of the spirit coming through and dominating in the finish. After a while, lingers, but it's a nice, slightly grain alcohol sort of finish that just sort of comes out underneath. You can drink that straight. You can mix it with something. I don't know what birthday cake would necessarily mix with flavor-wise. I'm sure someone can think of something. Yeah, very nice for what it is. Don't give letter grades to just other spirits. Just I only do it with whiskey. So, but I'm going to give it a recommendation. Thumbs up. 3 Olives cake. Very nice. Definitely perfectly designed for what it's supposed to be, and it tastes like what it says it's supposed to taste like. So, I mean, it's a win-win. So, thumbs up. 3 Olives. Thank you, Ewart. Very interesting. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay, we're back for another review. This time a whiskey review. Off the beer for a while, so I thought it would be a good chance to finally get the 1 or 2 bottles of little sample bottles of whiskey Ewart sent me quite a while ago now. Finally get them out of the way. What we're doing right now is Koval Millet. So it's Koval single barrel whiskey using millet grain. We do have some information on it here. Koval's from Chicago. Koval is a word meaning blacksmith from various Eastern European languages. It's a sort of a common word in that region of the world. Apparently all of their stuff is done single barrel. It's aged in 30-gallon charred barrels. And let's just look at this specific whiskey. 80 proof, so 40%. New American oak from Minnesota that's charred. So there you go. Millet's a grain that's used mostly in Asia and Africa. And I think, did they say it here? Yeah, Nepal. But usually just used for spirits. Apparently this is the first whiskey to use that grain. Also, they don't use all of the spirit for their whiskeys. They only use the heart. Whiskey, generally with distillers, is divided between 3 things. You get the head, you get the heart, and you get the tail. The head usually has the highest amount of alcohol in the liquid. The heart is sort of your sweet spot for whiskey. It's the perfect sort of part of the whiskey, the most clear, the most pure, the part of the whiskey that's getting the most from the barrel. And then you have the tail, which is the least alcoholic amount, least alcohol in the liquid. Least density of alcohol, and it's usually got all the sludge in it, right? So it's less clear, less pure. So they take this unfiltered heart cut. Oh no, I guess they filtered the whiskey. It's just unfiltered millet. So the millet grain itself is, yeah, that's what it is. So anyway, like some whiskeys use head and tails as well, like moonshiners and stuff. They'll use heads and tails. They won't let anything go to waste, but a lot of distilleries only go for that hard cut kind of thing. So we're going to look on this right now. All right, so it's your typical sort of light amber, almost sort of golden straw color. So it looks like natural coloring on there. Nice legs on the side. Right to the aroma. So yeah, you're getting a very clean grain smell on this. I'm not familiar with millet, but I am getting sort of a musty grain smell. I'm getting a lot of nice sweetness out of this as well. Smells almost something close to like a vegetal agave sort of smell, like you might get out of a tequila. But there's also this nice bit of the oak actually coming up, so nice clean wood sort of smell coming up. Almost, and there's almost sort of a licorice sweetness as well on this, or at least anise, you know. So yeah, smells very good. We'll go right to the taste. Cheers. Nice little bit of warmth. Going down, you feel it in the throat. No harsh alcohol burn or anything like that. It's at 40%. You wouldn't expect it. Nice bit of sweetness, sort of a honey. Moves into almost like banana bread sort of sweetness. Still got those sort of vegetal notes as well, like I was talking about in the nose. Nice grain overall on it. The wood comes up in the finish. Just your standard clean charred oak barrels, never been used before. So you get a nice clean wood finish on this. Nice and lingering. Yeah, it tastes good. It certainly tastes a bit different than your regular whiskeys. There is some notes in this that are sort of akin to bourbon, but it's definitely a bit more distinct from that. Is it super complex? No. But it's a very nice, simple sort of whiskey drink. Goes down very, very smooth, very easy to drink. Definitely let it warm. I've had this warming for 15 minutes or more before I even start taking a sip of it. It's wonderful. Like I said, though, it's not mind-blowing or anything like that. It's not complex. But it's very, very solid, very good. I think I'd still prefer to get like a more flavorful bourbon myself. But this is a nice, decent change. I'd go B plus on it. Just for my personal taste. That's all I'm grading on, my personal taste, really. You might like this anymore. It's definitely worth trying if you can get your hands on it. They do a bunch of different stuff. They do a bourbon. They do a 4-grain whiskey. They do the millet, of course. They do an oak whiskey, a white rye whiskey, a rye whiskey, and then they got a bunch of limited editions apparently too. Toasted rye, toasted millet, toasted oat, toasted wheat, toasted spelt. Interesting. White millet, white oat, white wheat, white spelt, charred wheat. Yeah, they got a bunch of different specialties and stuff too. So this is like a craft distillery. So very, very cool. Thank you, Ewart. B plus for Koval Millet. Very interesting, very different. Well, not very different, but it's definitely a little bit different from your usual stuff. So very nice. Okay, guys, see you later. How you doing, guys? We're back. We're going to be doing a whiskey review. This is actually the final little sample bottle of whiskey sent to you by Ewart, Strange Brewsings on YouTube, good friend of mine. And I've taken a while to get to this one. I've been trying to pick all these whiskeys off in short order, but it just hasn't happened that way. Just been a little too busy last couple months. Things have gotten in the way. But I'm finally settling down, and I've got the last bottle of the sample bottles of whiskeys and other assorted spirits that he sent me. Big thanks to Ewart. I enjoyed getting into all these. I didn't enjoy all of them, of course, but I enjoyed getting into them and trying them and having the opportunity to try them. Last one we're doing now is from the Hiram Walker brand. This is Lot 40. Very highly regarded Canadian whiskey. It sits at 43% alcohol by volume. This is a brand that I believe I did another brand earlier that I talked about from the same sample box that Ewart sent me, that was from a Master Distillers series that was introduced back in the 1990s that sort of flopped. And then a couple of whiskeys from that series have made a comeback. Lot 40 is one of those. So see if I can get the guy's name here before I get into this. Let's see. So this is 100% rye malt, by the way. Mike Booth was the distiller. He was the master distiller responsible for creating this. And the lot 40 comes from a piece of land that was owned by his ancestors. So he was paying homage to them. Yeah, so there you go. So this is, like I said, 100% rye. This is sort of a premium, high quality sort of whiskey for Canadian standards. I think it's like 40. It's definitely more expensive per bottle than your usual Canadian whiskeys. It's 40 something dollars for 750, I believe. So get into it and see what we think. All right. I think the actual spirits themselves are like all Canadian whiskeys. It is a blend, but I think everything is about 7 to 8 years is from what I can gather. Doing a little bit of research, it is very nice amber color. They're pretty much just solid, straight on amber. The legs on this are incredibly syrupy. Yeah, those look really nice. Those look really good. So we'll go right to the nose. Ooh, oh man. Ooh, big rye punch. Big surprise there, right? 100% rye. It's got this sourdough mixed with rye bread sort of smell going on. The rye, of course, much more spicier of a grain than just your standard barley and wheat. So you're getting the nice rye spice really jumping up, stinging the nose. Probably getting a little bit of the alcohol in there as well. Lots of wood as well. Yeah, undertones of typical sort of Canadian smells that you pretty much get through almost every Canadian whiskey you smell. Kind of a little bit of an undertone of a butterscotch caramel kind of thing going on. But mostly it's that rye and it's the wood. Maybe a little teeny bit of vanilla also peeking up there from the barrel. Now it's coming out, actually, it's coming out a little bit more. Almost maybe like a rye based cake with vanilla frosting on it or something like that. Oh man, it smells really damn good though. Yeah, alright, we're getting right to the taste. Cheers. Can't wait. Oof. Rye everywhere, man. Just straight up bready, spicy rye. Um, Even more of a rye punch than the Canadian Club 100% rye that I did a little while ago. Just rye coming at you in all forms. Like every other little note you get seems to be like rye jumping on top of that and mixing together. Like again, you get a little bit of a butterscotch caramel kind of thing in the background. You get the vanilla in the background. You get the wood from the barrels in the background. But the rye is really dominating. You get a lot of little bit of spice going up into the top of the roof of the mouth. It's smooth as hell. I'm not getting any alcohol burn. Goes down. It's only 43%, so I shouldn't sound like I'm fucking surprised at all, right? But it's slight warmth going down, just a little teeny bit. Very smooth. Body is fairly viscous, fairly thick. Oh man, that's a great drink. That is a phenomenal drink. This is there's complexity there that, and I'll just be frank with you. I've been drinking a couple other things tonight, so I'm a little, a little tipsy. Um, so I can't quite give this perhaps the proper respect I should be giving it, as far as tasting and stuff. There's a lot of complexity here that I'm just, if I was more sober, I could probably think about it a bit straighter and give you more notes. But there is a nice complexity to this whiskey. Um, it's just a whiskey that those complex notes, you got to dig for them a little bit because the rye really does dominate it quite a bit. Oh man, that's so good. As I was going to say, this is a whiskey that I would put up against Scotch. As far as Canadian whiskeys go, this is one of the examples of the Canadian whiskeys I'd put up against the Scotch, as far as complexity, quality, and of course also put up against like American bourbons. Same deal, right? This is sort of the equivalent, Canadian equivalent of those two sort of standards, for me anyway. Look how quickly I'm drinking this. It's that smooth. It's incredibly smooth. Great complexity, great flavor, great taste. Um, Man, dangerous whiskey too. Dangerous whiskey. To be that drinkable, and to be that intensely flavorful, getting a good finish of wood, rye, spice, sourdough kind of thing coming back in as well. I got to give it an A plus. I have to. It looks like I saved the best for last, from the box that Ewart gave me, because this is straight up an A plus whiskey. No bones about it. So big thanks to you, Ewart. Lot 40 is an A plus. Definitely worth spending a little bit of extra money to get it. It's fucking fantastic. You see it on your shelves, go out and grab it. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.